Now, I know I'm already ankle deep in the XA Falcon project, and my wife and I have an agreement that it's only one project car at a time. But I've decided I can ignore that if the car's a really good deal, or if she's at work and we can just, scoot it down behind the shed. And right now she's at work. She's gonna kill me. Oh, come on. So, as you can see, it's bad. It's very bad. Now, but hear me out. It's a HQ. So, how bad could it really be? I'll be honest, looking at it now, it's pretty bad. But let's go for a walk around. I'll show you everything on it, and then you guys can tell me that I'm an idiot as well. Sounds like a plan. Okay, so by all accounts, this old girl has been sitting here for quite a long time. The ground hasn't quite started to take it yet, but it's definitely trying. So hopefully, maybe, it'll just roll out of here. It's got the pretty standard HQ, rust issues. Pretty standard, nothing too crazy. We've got the air vents, and we've got the custom VP SS wheels that don't actually fit this car, nor should they be on here. I believe the other two of these are sitting around somewhere, so if we can find them, I'll throw them in as well, because they're actually kind of sought after now. Back quarter here, we've got some more rust and things. All the glass is intact, and it looks like it's reasonably straight. If we go further down, this door obviously does not belong to this car, and I don't know that that one does either. We have this kind of little this in the roof here, which is custom. So probably going to have to deskin the roof. Hoping that trim is somewhere. Feel like it's probably not. Coming around this side, that's flat. The two VP wheels are still up, which is wild. And they actually look like they've got some tread on them. So that's cool. A windscreen is intact. Looking at this side, this whole cow panel is probably terrible. Bugs for free, look at that. The whole dash pad, I can see from here, the whole dash pad is lifting off the plastic frame. So that's good. We've got tail lights, we've got headlights, we've got rust holes in the bonnet. And that's the old commercial grille, which they usually put on the utes. So I'm not sure whether this is an old commercial car, like a power core or telecom or something, or whether someone's just swapped this front clip on. Could be either, I'm not sure. Amazingly, the emblem is still in the grille, which they normally one of the first things to go, and this grille is destroyed. Front bumper's also mostly destroyed. So, by all accounts, it's not good. But I can't leave it here, because this is a shame, and I want to do something with it, even if that's insane. Let's have a look in the boot, because let's see if we've got any treasure. Oh, the boot is very boring in this one. I have a vent that I don't believe goes to this car, a handbrake cover, and I'm guessing that that's this side marker light. That's pretty much it. The floor itself is quite solid, but the quarters are not. Quarters are bad. But yeah, the rest of the internals here are quite good. What are those holes? I don't know what those holes go to. They look like they shouldn't be open because it goes straight into the boot while you're driving. So are they drain ports or something for the boot? So the boot is unremarkable. Let's see what it looks like inside. It smells like a tackle box that's been left under the seat of the boat for 2 seasons. It's actually not bad. I'll bring you guys in and you can have a look. Not terrible at all, in fact. So, you know, we got a substantial amount of cobwebbage and rustiness. I think these seats are out of a Commodore, maybe. They look like Commodore-ish. Someone might be able to tell me. We've done 201 miles. We're still in miles, but we have kilometres at the top. As I said, that dash panel's just lifting, so it's obviously been sunbaked pretty hard. Everything else looks, you know, to be here. It maybe had a maybe had a bad floor shifter at some point. It only has an auto pedal, so maybe they pulled the manual out. You can see it goes straight through the floor, so no gearbox. I don't think it has an engine either, but we'll look at that in a second. Floors are solid-ish. They're rusty, but they're solid. They don't go through. They don't feel like they're connected. Okay, everything kind of works. We have no key, and that's locked up, which is going to make life hard. We'll work that out in a minute. This is a quick exit door. So what you do is you flick up your door trim, and you can just, you know, throw your cans straight out onto the road. It's probably one of the worst doors I have seen. I'm going to have to find a replacement for that. That door card's also, I mean, kudos to them for being creative. It's a very interesting door card. Passenger side, much the same. We have some hardware in the glove box. I'm not sure what it goes to. I think that's a part of the column shift that it's supposed to have. This door was originally off a different car. So this purple I think actually goes to a sister car that I got with this one, which I'll show you guys in a future video, what I thought was the better car. But then this one, aside from this plate over the floor, these floors are solid. And I can't see why they put that plate on, because it doesn't feel that bad underneath. In the back, same kind of deal. That floor's a little bashed up, but it's not terrible. Really, it's not, like, for how rusty the outside is, the floors are pretty good. I can't get over these door panels. They're just, it looks like someone just took carpet out of the boat and just whacked it on the doors. Even like these vents and stuff are all intact. They're usually cracked. The insides of these dog legs are bad. So all that under here is probably going to be rusted. So we will forget about that. And that door doesn't, no, it does latch. And this one, more of the same. We've still got, oh, no, that's supposed to be there. That's the weep hole. Yeah. Parcel shelf is kind of, sort of there. I don't know. It's not terrible. Missing a vent. Damn. Look at that. You can see straight through. I'm going to have to take that headliner off because I have a feeling the interior of the roof is rusty as all get out. Anyway, let's have a look under the hood and see what that looks like. Okay, cool. No engine. We have one engine mount. We have some absolutely huge mud wasp's nests. We need to find something to hold this hood up because it doesn't have hinges. We'll find a hood prop. Hood prop acquired. Oh, that latch works good. You can just sit over here, maybe. Sure, good enough. So we've got the big brake booster, original PBR unit, which means that this will be likely disc brakes, which it looks to be. So that's cool. It is a column auto, because all the column linkages are still there. Part of the battery box. Now, I was going to see if any of the electrics worked, but looking at that, we're going to say probably not. Steering box is leaky. Glad I didn't latch that bonnet, because I don't think that's going to work at all. Okay. By the tag, so it's an 872 car, so it's about the same year as my XA, which is interesting. Seating capacity 6. Let's see if the other tags are there. Trim tag is there. Albeit I can't read much of anything on it. Paint, trim, body. I'll have to try and clean that up because I really can't read much on that. Trying to work out what engine and trans it's supposed to have. So it's rough. It's okay, we're used to that. So I think what we'll do is I'll swing the jack down. I've got a couple of old bad tyres off something else that should fit this. We'll change over this one on this side that's down. I'll see if I can get the VP SS ones to seat a bit better, and we'll see if we can't winch this up onto the trailer and scoot it home before we run out of time. I think these old wheels actually came off a trailer or something. They look to be right there, at least to the right stud pattern. Hopefully they'll be good enough to get on the trailer. Look at that, looks better already. That's a little better. I don't like these. I've got the center is the wrong size for these wheels, and I actually don't hate these wheels. I don't hate these wheels, so I'd rather not destroy them if we don't have to. I thought while we had it up here, I might have a quick look underneath. That muffler might cause us some issues, so I might have to figure out if I can tie that up somehow. Even the fuel tank doesn't look terrible. That exhaust looks okay. The muffler's probably packed full of crap, but anyway, she's not terrible, even underneath. Alright, let's get this thing on a trailer. There she goes. And here's the point where I realised that not having functional steering is a problem when loading onto a trailer. Oh, yep. Just gonna have to manually push it over. And then in what has become fairly standard for this channel. My microphone died and I didn't get any audio here. So, basically where we got to is, what do you guys think I should do with this thing? I mean, on the whole, it's pretty solid. And aside from, you know, a few rust issues and things, it's not a bad car. We could give it a quick clean up and throw a cheap 202 and auto in it, or I can hunt around and see if we can find a 308 or a 253, something fun. Maybe even a Chevy. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. It definitely feels too good to not do something with, so if you guys have ideas, throw them in the comments. I'd be interested to see what you think we should do. And for the love of all things holy, don't tell my wife.